Good morning. It's time for a bicycle live stream on Sunday the 28th of March at 7:21 a.m. Back on the bike after it was repaired in just 24 hours, thanks to the bionic vegan athlete Joe. Thank you, Joe. You did an amazing job. Anyway, I've ridden about 33 kilometres this morning, and I was just about to start the live stream then, and somebody that I know, so I ride past and go, Harry! To turn around and said hello to her, and she hadn't seen me in a while, so just had a nice little chat on this perfect autumn morning. It's actually starting to warm up nicely, 22 degrees. Wow. Okay, so this morning's topic is one that I wanted to do a couple of weeks ago, but of course we had wet weather, and then just haven't been able to do the live streams because of that. And this topic is relative to events that have been happening reported in the media in recent times, but this doesn't mean that they're exclusively recent events, because they're events that have been happening for the longest time, unfortunately. But I wanted to, anyway, the live stream's called The Bad Men Making Good Men Seem Bad, and it's very relevant at this point in time. And this is this live stream is because of some personal information that I'm aware of in relation to the behaviour of men. But let me just maybe we'll get into that. Maybe, yeah, let's not sure what direction to go with this. Let's start with some personal information to sort of example the behaviour of men, and then I can sort of discuss a little bit deeper on this. So I was shocked to have information from a friend of mine earlier this year in relation to the behaviour of a particular person, a particular man. And it really opened my eyes to, well, it opened my eyes to not so much what you might call predatory behaviour, but unacceptable treatment of women in regards to ethical behaviour and boundaries and truth. So, without going too deep into the story, this friend of mine was dating a guy and had been dating this guy for a little while, and discovered that somehow one thing led to another. She discovered that he was also seeing another girl, and then one thing led to another, and then they found out he was also seeing another girl, and then one thing led to another. In the end, this guy was like going for some sort of record. I think he was dating her, he was dating 3 other girls. He was when confronted by it, he said, no, they're only friends, you know. In addition to which, it was discovered that he has a wife and a kid, and it was just like, the more that this information came out, the more angry I felt. That as a guy, the more angry I felt on a few different levels, because there are decent guys out there, and this is why the title is Why Bad Men, or How Bad Men, or The Bad Men That Make Good Men Seem Bad, because this guy's behaviour, this deciding that he's dating one woman but he'll go and date another and another and another, keep them all separate. I don't know logistically how that would even be, possible for anyone to do that. There's not enough hours in the day. I don't know how you could do that, but somehow he was able to, and then also have a wife and kid. It's like, how the hell could you do that just from that point of view? And then the second question is, why would you do that to anyone? Why would you do that to a person that you're being intimate with? Why would you do that to the other people you're being intimate with? Why would you do that to your wife? You know, as far as behaviour and a reflection of this person's behaviour, this was the worst example that I've heard in a long time. To be married, to be dating, 4 women, other women, it's just like, that's, you know. So I'm pretty sure the Guinness Book of Records got in touch and wants to make a record of it, but you know, that's a really bad joke. So I thought I would bring this up as an example. Oh yeah, and then there was more things that came out. The car he was driving was not his. It would belong to one of the women or something, or one of the women's relatives or something, and he was using it, driving around in it. And it was, you know, like everything that I heard, I just went, seriously, you know. And I really, really, as a guy, I mean, if you're a woman and you're listening to this, you're going to go, oh, this guy is really bad news. But as a guy listening to this, I felt like, mate, you're an F-wit on all levels. Apparently also, I've got in my notes here, that he was also, in addition to all of that, also on a dating website. Now, I know, it doesn't seem possible. It's like something out of a really bad movie. It doesn't seem possible that you could be dating like 4 girls, be married, be on a dating website. But this is what this guy was doing. So I wanted to really hit you hard with the fact that there are guys out there that are total and utter sleazeballs. And it's because of this that women have such a bad time trusting us men. And it's understandable. It's completely understandable. If the roles were reversed and it was a common thing for women to be dating, you know, 4 guys and be married and be on a dating website, then men would be in their right to be suspicious of women's activities or behaviour. But that's not how it is. How it is, in the most part, is that this is the behaviour of men. And whatever adjective you want to put to it, this is a really strong example of just how immoral, unethical, emotionally destructive a man can be. And I also got a note here that so he was driving somebody else's car. He was also borrowing money from my friend as well, because, you know, he didn't have any money. I had to ask myself at some point, what in this person's character made him attractive to women? How is it possible for anyone to be able to treat women that way, to lie, cheat, steal, and still attract women? And I realised this guy is not only on a psychological level, he is a pathological liar. He is obviously a narcissist. There's a lot of narcissistic behaviour there. But I also realised that he is, because of these abilities, he is a master con artist, a master manipulator. He's somebody that could sell ice to the Eskimos, they say. And the sad thing is, in this case, what he's doing is destructive to other people's lives, to their emotions, to their trust. And, or more specifically, it's destructive to women's trust in men, to their emotional maturity or emotional response. It sets up a whole battlefield of the sexes, you know, and a whole thing of, you know, men can't be trusted and men are sleazers and men do that. And look, I've got to agree. I understand. I've got to agree. When I hear of a case like this, which blows out of the water anything else that I've ever heard of, it's just, I just think, yeah, this is a prime example of why, as a woman, you need to be aware that men are capable of being completely irresponsible with your body and your heart. You need to be aware that, sadly, these men exist and they're very good at what they do. They play on their charm, I guess. They play on their good looks. Whatever it is that is an asset for them to use is what they're using as a con man or an excellent salesman. But they're not. The problem here is they're not selling a used car. They're not selling a material product. What they're selling is, I guess I was going to say an idea, but they're selling a hope. They're selling the thing that we're all looking for. They're selling this idea that they are what the woman's looking for, that they are the love that the woman needs. And this is very, on so many levels, spiritually and emotionally, physically, so wrong and so irresponsible. I'm trying to think of strong adjectives that aren't swear words. But to set yourself up as the solution to what we're searching for. So if I say, well, I'm the answer to your dreams, I'm what you're searching for, you know, I'll make you happy. That's a lie. And I know it's a lie. And on some level, we all know it's a lie. We know that if we propose that we are the other half that the person has been looking for, we know that we're just lying and cheating. What this guy did was take that lie and expand it beyond, you know, where lies are normally stop, I guess. So, as always in the live streams, I like to talk about, you know, the reality, where we're really coming from, why we're looking for what we're looking for, and so forth. And just to sort of be brief, we're all looking for love. We all want to love and be loved. And almost all of us are looking in the wrong place. When we look in the wrong place, unfortunately, it's people like this, these con artists, these con men, that come along selling a lie that we believe in, because we're looking in the wrong place for the answer to what our heart needs. So this is not a justification for anyone's behaviour. It's not a justification for the guy, and it's certainly not a justification for the girl either. It's an understanding of why it can happen, and if there's any lesson in that, it's that we need to have an awareness, especially women need to have an awareness, and I support this awareness, this understanding of what men are like. And I just thought I'd share that with you this morning, so that you can have a think about that, maybe give some feedback on what your thoughts are on that. In the meantime, have a great Sunday in this perfect autumn weather. Live vegan and save lives. Ahimsa.